I close around 50% of the calls I take. And just for perspective, the industry average is 25%. If you're doing that, it's great. And if someone else is doing for you because they're not that passionate about what you're selling, it's 15%. So anything beyond 50% could be considered as a pricing issue over there, if that you need to increase your prices just so to reduce your conversion rate and you're going to make more money, but that's a different conversation. But for now, let's talk about my sales process and how you can replicate this exactly in your business after this video. So remember this, good marketing equals easy sales. Bad marketing equals hard sales. So if you want your sales to be easy, you need to do good marketing. And the way you do good marketing is everything that happens before they come to the sales call. I'm going to show you exactly how. So my sales structure is as follows. So a stranger comes to me over here. They've watched my content, they've seen my stuff, they've read the newsletter, they've seen posts on LinkedIn, they've seen me on YouTube and so on. They come on a call with me over here. So the first thing I begin with is say, hello, how are you? A very mini micro report, maybe it's 2 minutes. And then I give the agenda. So what I'm going to do in this call is I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Then if I feel you're a good fit for us, I'm going to pitch you what we have, our offer and what I do. And then we could go on from there if you're comfortable with what you see and what you hear. That being said, let's begin. That's how I begin my conversation, my sales calls. So then I start asking questions about their business or about what they do and what their vision is for life and so on, just so I make sure they're a good fit for me. And the beauty of this process is at this point over here, I decide whether I want to pitch them or not. It takes two directions. So if I want to pitch them, I pitch them our offer, what we have. I just share my screen. I explain everything we do. This is how we do it and so on. But if I feel they're not a good fit or they don't have the pain that I can solve or I'm not comfortable in having them as a client, what I do is I tell them, okay, this is amazing. I'm going to give you as much as value as possible on this call and you can ask me any questions after it as well. So I just take them the route of providing value. I don't tell them, no, I can't help you, go away. But I provide as much as value as possible. And then I'll tell them, fine, I can help you get to the stage where we can work together. So this is where is the beauty of it, that you qualify whether you want to work with them or not. And there's this mini qualification that I do over here, which is if they come on the call, they're busy, they're walking around, they're in their car, or I hear sounds and so on, I can tell them we can reschedule because this part is very critical for me to qualify them and say, okay, whether I want them as a client or not. So after I pitch the offer, what happens is essentially they start asking questions. So here's where I ask questions, then I pitch the offer, which is I do the talking, and then they start asking questions. Then here's where I start answering questions until they're sold completely and understand completely what we have and what we offer. And once I feel that is then where I pitch the price. This is the price we have. And that's where objections come in. They say, I don't have time. I need to talk to somebody. I need to make a decision. Can you send me a proposal? Or I don't know. I want to think about it and so on. Here's where you need to handle the objections as much as possible. And this part is where I see most coaches and consultants actually lose a sale because they're like, okay, you don't have time. Thank you very much. When you have time, talk to me. Or you want a proposal? Fine. I'm going to send you a proposal after this call and you can do whatever you want. But think of it this way. If they don't have time right now, once they're off the call, this is not that they're going to create time. If they tell you send me a proposal, they don't have enough information. It's not that after the call, they're going to have more information and buy from you. So you need to provide to them as much as information as possible. And this is where you need to handle the objections very well. After that, you try to sell. You tell them, are you comfortable now? Can we go ahead? Then they say yes. Then you close the sale. They become a client. So this process completely is all about increasing the confidence and the trust in the other side. Confidence in you and the offer in your delivery and them to trust you with you. So this becomes so much easier and smoother where you can just jump between these stages if you apply the secret, which I want to tell you right now, which is a secret I follow as well. So this secret is that Google's 7-11 for rule. I hope you've heard about it. But what it says that they did a study, Google a study, you can go read about it, that before someone buys from you, they need 7 hours of engagement with your brand, 11 touch points of engagement, and 4 separate locations of contact. So the more you do this before they come on the call itself, the easier this is. And everything I design right now within my content ecosystem is to serve this exact rule over here. What do I mean by that? So with 7 hours, this can't happen with such videos. These videos are 4 minutes. So, or 7 minutes, whatever the duration of this video will be. But on YouTube, you can create longer videos. So I create longer videos on YouTube where someone can go on my YouTube based on my short form content and just go binge watch me here and just get this 7 hours done with. Great. Checkpoint number one. And if someone DMs me, by the way, and tells me, I want to buy from you right now, what do you have? Do you have one-on-one consultations and so on? I send them to a YouTube video or I send them to a newsletter just so they spend more time with me because I know they're fresh into my world. I want them to be convinced that I'm the guy that could help them. Then 11 touch points and 4 separate locations. That's where it comes the email, the document. I have a document that I put on Gamma. I have a website. I have video on the website. I have LinkedIn. I have YouTube. So I just spread it all around and I start sending people from right to left just to get all these numbers in. And then once they come on the call, it's essentially a very, very easy sale where I get them from here to here very, very easily. And sometimes you can eliminate this call completely. And this is how you sell very, very easily and do good marketing to make sales very easy.